Welcome back to the Digital Ledger, everybody. Thanks for coming to the channel, and hit the like and subscribe on your way in. We are going to talk today about the MoneyGram article here, as well as the Ripple IPO, and I also have a couple other things I want to mention as well. So let's look at this article and then get into the conversation really quickly. So MoneyGram's $11.3 million payday from Ripple could only improve with the probable IPO plans on the horizon. You know that's right. That's not a long article. Let's check this out and get into it. Ripple's partnership with MoneyGram was a major talking point in the past year. MoneyGram, which is one of the largest remittance companies in the world, entered a partnership alongside Ripple in order to expand its services around the world. According to MoneyGram's recent report to the SEC, it has been a profitable venture for the organization. The filing suggested that MoneyGram has already received a whopping $11.3 million in revenue as a result of their partnership. Ripple steadily entering remittance services. It's no secret that the growth of XRP is directly related to Ripple's growth. The fact that Ripple publicly entertains the use of XRP for remittances has been reaching global corridors now. The American remittance company's total revenue for the last few months has been declining, but the partnership with Ripple to embrace RippleNet's on-demand liquidity has been fruitful to the present day. The report stated the company is compensated by Ripple in XRP for developing and bringing liquidity to foreign exchange markets, facilitated by the ODL platform and providing a reliable level of foreign exchange trading activity. The Ripple network has continued to grow over the last year, and these numbers of over $11 million in revenue for MoneyGram are likely to go higher in 2020. The length of the contract between Ripple and MoneyGram is also a long-term understanding until 2023, which indicates that Ripple was adamant to get major financial institutions to use RippleNet services or the long term. With Ripple's aggressively working towards bringing more financial institutions to utilize blockchain assets, the partnership with MoneyGram can be taken as the first steps towards a large paradigm shift in the global financial system. Ripple's IPO to be or not to be during the World Economic Forum in Davos this year, Brad Garlinghouse stirred the speculation pot and suggested that the IPOs could be the next big thing in crypto blockchain. With those words escaping his speech, it was only a natural reaction that the community started weighing in on the prospect of Ripple launching its own IPO. However, before cultivating a plan towards an IPO, Ripple still had to settle their matters with the SEC to prove that XRP is a digital asset and not a security. With many people confusing ICO and IPO in the space, it is important to take a note that an IPO for a crypto-supportive organization is far complicated than it seems. An organization has to substantiate its profitability beforehand rather than raising funds based on future prospects, which is basically an ICO, an initial coin offering. A digital asset bearing the narrative of an IPO will be carrying projecting the idea of crypto into the mainstream industry. The root reason for any investor to invest in an IPO would be solely based on profitability. Hence, the likelihood of a Ripple IPO in 2020 is particularly weak, considering the global financial system is currently threading through a meltdown due to the current health event. An IPO down the line can have significant implications on XRP's future as well. XRP would be directly launched into large remittance industries, and its face value will improve mediocrely. So, albeit these speculations, Ripple needs to prove XRP's crypto credentials to the SEC before the idea of an IPO could take flight. Hello, let's talk about this for a second here, first of all. Okay, so good article, but let's clean up some stuff here. So one, Ripple IPOing. Ripple is a blockchain infrastructure company. Ripple does not control XRP's escrow. It is cryptographically auto-locked in an escrow account. It is on a release schedule. We have gone over here many times about the XRP rich list. Now, I'm just going to show you this very quickly because it's very pertinent here, right? Let's just see here. Okay, so if you look at this, and we've done this a few times on the other channel, Investment Perspectives, from the 5 million plus to over a billion, from 5 million XRP wallets to over a billion, there's just under 500 wallets or accounts. If you add up the total sum of XRP from 5 million XRP to over a billion, that number comes to 40 billion plus. So that means 40 billion plus of the XRP wallets are in less than 500 wallets, leaving a remainder of 3 billion actually in circulating supply. And why do I say that? Because I believe that the 5 million plus number is a safe number to speculate that this is banks, remittance industry, companies, market makers, so to speak. These people are not getting rid of the XRP, and this is not being held directly by Ripple. So that tells me 40 billion XRP are locked up in wallets. These will be as many others, I'm sure, but this will certainly, I believe, be companies and entities that will bring utility to the XRP payment flows. Now, coming back to the article here, understanding that and knowing that clearly the amount of escrow is locked and on an auto-release schedule, knowing that what is in circulation is not the majority held by Ripple at all, you understand that it's a free market for XRP and Ripple does not control it. Here's the other funny thing. Do you think for a second that MoneyGram did not have to file papers with the SEC before partnering with Ripple? Do you think that MoneyGram did not have to get the approval of the SEC before that partnership happened? Ripple just recently had a fundraising round, a Series 3, I believe it was, right? Either 2 or 3, and I believe it was 3, and raised over 200 or 300 million in that fundraising round. And they've made it clear that at some point they do intend to IPO, which means by default they had to file papers with the SEC. Do you think for a second that the SEC would have let Ripple have a fundraising round again, knowing full well that they use XRP? And if XRP was a security and it was unregistered, do you think for a second that the SEC would ever allow that to happen? Just a little bit of food for thought here. I do think it's exciting about Ripple as a blockchain infrastructure company IPOing at some point. Now, there is a current health event that is very real. Will they IPO before the end of 2020? It's hard to say. I don't know. But I do know that they intend to. And Brad Garlinghouse made that much very clear to all of us. Okay, guys, make sure you check out the videos on the Investment Perspective channel as well. The release of a digital dollar is coming soon. That is what is in the stimulus bill right now in front of Congress. A digital dollar introduction and a digital wallet for every American. And if you don't have access to a phone to have that digital wallet, they're going to get you access through your bank, or you will be able to access it also through the United States Postal Service. However it goes, you're about to get a digital dollar wallet. And that is about to open the floodgates for the entire country to have access, easy access, into digital assets and crypto. Now, I am a betting man because I'm a pioneer and I am a speculator in this digital asset space, and I couldn't be more excited than in this moment right now. All right, guys, hit the like and subscribe. If you like this content, please share it with somebody you know that's interested in this as well. Share it on social media, Twitter. Please retweet this. Let's get this channel going. Let's grow this conversation. We'll catch you on the next one. Take care, guys.